Welcome to yet another edition of Kasuku Live. Olunaku olwaleero, we are going to mix English and Luganda. It's not every day that we have to speak a lot of English, but yeah, we are here on very important matters. On my extreme right is Jenkins Mukasa.
Yeah, man.
Hot Lubalala like pepper. Never play with fire, because fire
burn.
Next to him is Abbas.
Yeah.
Abasa.
Yeah.
From AUMEX. Soko buze ku bantu abatula.
Ate mu Uganda.
English or Uganda?
Okay, whatever is easy for you.
Akayege mu Uganda.
Balances abasebo ne banyabo.
Sanso kula.
Anyway, my name is Abasa.
So chirabye.
Bano baba jo badde. Je wageze je bava.
Hey, je nabadde.
Sanso kula.
Je bava. So which part of UK do you stay?
Is it was
Manchester.
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 Samira nawe.
Omanye bivuga bisatu.
Omanye bivuga nga bitano.
Southampton.
Manyi Southampton.
Yagenze mu Leeds.
Manyi Leeds.
Yagenze kwa yo.
Portsmouth. Manyi Manchester. Manyi London.
Wadononya bisawo. Awakali bisawo manyi.
But I'm better than someone who has never gone.
LC one wa London mumanyi.
By never LC.
Sanso kula ba.
Kati omusajja ono soka we yanjo.
It's one of JR, you get me. Come all the way from
Ogeza no chikola.
Anyway, Vampita Wonder JR. Tubikolanga music ebichi byonna wali wonna tubeerawo.
Omanyi unfortunately buli lwenkulaba onzijukiza Katolo Bwama. Katolo Bwama, there's a time you guys met. Oba you shot some clips.
Yeah.
And he told me, Kasuku, nino omwana gwe nafunye. Omwana yogera oluzungu, omwana muwanvu bwati. Kati oyo omwana omulaba. Ate yagenda tutwala eno mu ba abani. Abana babogera oluzungu. Omwana abo, obayi bana blonde kid. Mukutte benti ate antegeera. Ne mutunuulira ako katone ngako katono. Ng'oyidde mangu.
So Katoya Letano wange, rest in peace.
And he used to talk content.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And he told me you have a twin. Is that so?
Mugana wange si twin wange naye tufaanagana naye si twin.
But it's your brother?
He's my brother, yes.
Why did he think you were a twin?
Simanyi lwaki, because of when I'm meeting yangamba yansanga ku yandaba ku Prestige. I was doing Prestige on Pearl Magic.
Yeah.
We asoko kundabira. Nandaba, I think nalaba ne muganda wange. I think najako ne muganda wange once. Naloza ntuno tudi. I don't know, he didn't even mention that to me naye. Simanyi ko chava.
Endoza iwete we amugamba.
But yeah, of course, rest in peace, Uncle Kato.
R.I.P.
We hope you are having a blast up in heaven.
Amen.
With the angels. Amen. Now, today we are going to talk about music. Omukulu ono okuva ku AUMEX. Oyina byolese.
Yes.
Move English.
Please. We have an event, AUMEX. Okay. It's Amplify Uganda Music Expo.
Amplify Uganda
Music Expo. AUMEX.
AUMEX ka Expo kali awo kelabidde ka Expo.
Amplify
Uganda Music Expo.
Kati fe tugiyita AUMEX. So gw'okyogedde. Leka kusiriwala, by the way. Olaba bw'oyogera ebintu alina oyagala obinsirako. The boys
yagambye nti AUMEX.
Kati bwe buzungu alina. So, Amplify Uganda
Music
Expo.
So,
what is that?
It's a marketplace.
A
marketplace where we can learn more about the business, music business, where we can showcase different talents for the artists, and also to skill people, to give them skills that can enable them to make money from music. Yeah.
So, kati mulese a way for musicians to make money off music.
I wouldn't say a way, because that one is hard. It's hard to make money.
Okay.
We have
brought
we've brought the skills.
Oh.
Most people don't want to learn because it's difficult. So they want you to say, give me a handout. Let me just move. But we are bringing a way to learn the skills. So in other markets, Nairobi, even West Africa, they're having all these networking.
They're like
expos.
symposium.
Yeah, exactly. Like a conference for business. And how can people share? Like why is Baraka doing what he's doing? Why is UMF working the way it's working? Things like that. People don't know. So we are bringing together all these people from all over the continent to share knowledge and give people skills. So yeah, it's about.
So when you say we are bringing together people from all over the continent, are you just throwing around words or it's actual?
No, it's actual. We booked the flights today. Yeah.
Okay, so by all over the continent, you mean who and who?
We have people from Sony Music.
Oh.
We have people from Boomplay. People from Orchard. People from Ditto, the distributors. So all these companies, which for us as artists, we just see on the logo. They're all coming to teach. Yeah.
So we are going to have guys from Sony and Boomplay.
Virgin
And from
Music.
Ditto.
Yeah. Orchard.
The distributor.
The distributor.
Sabuni.
Hey.
Hizo kuroza kuliko
Sabuni.
hapa.
Yes, from Ditto. The
Chabadano
distributors.
chikodiramu. Abayero chikodiramu.
So where is the event going to take
The event is going to take place at Motive, 22nd and 23rd November, next month.
District.
Yeah, industrial area. Yeah. We picked Motive because it's a nice, there are a lot of young people there. It has a very creative vibe about it.
And it's accessible.
Yeah, it's accessible also. The hotels seem very remote.
naye oluguudo lubyawo bali mu ddukola. I don't know if your people will love.
Ebbeeyi y'ebyokulya eyinza okugaba abaana abato. Abayimbi baffe tebalina ssente za mmere y'ebbeeyi. Ati bwe bagamba batadde ku misiti oba for example emmere y'emitwalo ena tebajja kujja. Ne kati wali they can be Rolex stuff like that.
Lufula.
Rufula.
Ne ku Rufula. By the way, waliwo ne Rufula awo wansi. So Wanda, what pushes you guys to say we are doing, okay, for starters, this is happening the first time?
Yes, first time. There have been a few masterclasses in the past. I mean, this is one entire season of the master of AUMEX. Yeah, Kajabuzi. So you're gonna closing a Expo, 22nd and 23rd of November. Season is soca.
So this is the first time.
Yes.
Like you're doing the Expo.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, but what pushes you guys to say, let's do this? Because we've tried it before, so as
That's true.
we've done. I did 50 years of Ugandan music public dialogue. Was well attended. Twali ku Bat Valley.
Ate ejjinja gye wagenda.
Ey'ejjinja yali ya Douglas Rwanga.
Purple Skills.
Yali Purple Skills. Nga bagezaako kwogera n'abayimbi beeri. Naye, I don't know, I'm only hoping abantu baffe naddala abali mu creative space bateekamu time ne bajja. There's a rigidity we have in this country.
True.
Obutayagala kuyiga bubukidde industry.
Nali ebusoga eyo nga mpulira excuse abasajja abo ze bawa. Neŋŋamba we have a long way to go, man. It's, you know, it's bad. So, but we did 50 years of Ugandan music public dialogue.
How did it go?
It was very successful. We had Alex Mokolo, we had Katoro Bwama, we had Moses Matovu. I actually have the speech Matovu did that
Were you
day.
the
He signed it
organizer?
for me. Yeah, I was the organizer.
Okay, now I understand.
So
Let's focus on AUMEX.
Ante nkugamba. But still the biggest problem we had that day was abayimbi betulowooza nti be bakozeekozeemu be basinga obbaawo n'abawagizi. Okitegeera.
Okay.
Kati the actual musicians that had to benefit from this,
Tebaliwo.
they didn't come. And most of them cited, you didn't invite me.
Right.
So I talked to a person, I'm asking them, like, if I don't invite you, and this is benefiting you, so what are you trying to say? Or what you brings me to the question I want to ask you. So what motivates you guys to say we need to organize this expo and make it happen here in Kampala? Because now when you talk of Sony,
Boomplay.
Detox, is it Detox?
Ditto.
All I know Mukasa Kondi.
You want to detox? You want?
So, like, it's expensive already from just you saying it.
Yeah.
Like when you say we are flying in someone from Sony, he has to fly. Okay, let me say first class.
Business class,
Okay, business class.
Right.
Then of course you're not just going to house them in just any other, hotel.
5-star.
And definitely you have to pay them something, like facilitate them. So what motivates you guys, and how do you benefit from all of this?
I mean, I could answer that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, so honestly, if the reason why our industry is not moving, like the way the West Africans are, is because we don't want to learn. The Spotify recently did a class where Baraka was on stage. They had Baraka and some other people. They give the mic to the audience. And the first question they ask is, how can I get a feature with you on a Spotify channel?
Collabo.
Kumbe bali mukusomesa.
Omuyimbi wano yamanyi collabo.
Kugamba baba wade mic.
Yeah.
Oli asaba yate collabo.
So the interesting thing about other markets.
Where was that?
Was that Motive?
Yeah.
I think 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Ekyabasinga okwogera abayimbi muno tagaba contacts.
Yes.
They want contacts and collabos, but not learning the business.
Naye nga ku pano manya yaliko ku pano eyo kwaliko bagayi nga bavudde wabweru abakolera
Yeah,
Spotify
yeah.
naye ate nno asonze muwono omuyimbi
Ali
wa
Mubaraka.
Regular feature.
Our Spotify. Okay, we are going to come to
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I will ask for you to break it down for us. Like, if we see a guy from Spotify, what do we expect to learn from him? Because but let's first talk this.
Yeah.
Like, why do you guys?
this particular?
Yeah,
And
I think.
of course, what do you want? What do you aim to achieve?
I think ultimately, right now, where the industry has reached, we need that extra push. We are not going to be able to move where South Africa and West Africa are going if we don't learn the business. If we are doing it on vibes, on guesswork, on momentum. If I get momentum, if I catch,
Likes and
hey,
views.
if I catch, I
hit.
move. Right? Whereas these other guys are trying to build careers, not just a one-hit type. So I think it's important that we do learn, we emphasize learning. Why we are bringing all these people is because people don't trust the Ugandans. When I say Ugandan here, I'm like, that guy knows what, Teli Chamani, what can he teach me? But bring people from abroad who, there are logos which people know. They're like, yeah, I've seen this, Ditto is a distributor. Why are they in Uganda? Spotify is the streamer. Why are they in Uganda? Boomplay is also a streamer. It's on my phone. And I think that's one of the angles that you can change the culture. It's a lot of changing Ugandans' culture around learning. And really that's why now is the right time. We really need to take advantage. Africa is the next thing in the West. So let's also be there. When they're talking about East Africa, let them not only talk about Sauti Soul and all the guys.
I was actually speaking to one of the Ugandans when I was in the UK, and they were telling me, Burna Boy, agenda nakuba ngabolaba Wembley.
Yeah.
Yeah? So when you...
Yakajuko Yemende, I think, this past 2 years, back to back.
Burna Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people are listening to Burna Boy's music there.
Yeah.
So when you spoke about Africa is the next big thing, people are moving already. They are going, they are writing. Ndabye Yuga Boys got a nomination. They didn't get the nomination, but they collaborated on the Matt B.
Kukabalaza ka nomination.
Rules, what rules?
Matt B. Aina album ye nominated global album.
Yes,
there,
yes.
And they wrote a song.
Yuga Boys,
yes.
They co-wrote
nice.
a song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congrats.
And what for me pains me is now, Yuga Boys are quick to post that.
Yeah.
And of course to show their contribution, which is very okay and we are happy for them.
Right.
But now, next year we're going to see the same Yuga Boys going back there. At least this time on their own.
Right.
Because you feel if someone gets a Grammy nomination, a BET nomination, MTV Award nomination, you feel they have now hit
Somewhere.
at least now they know this song that got me here, this is what the benchmark is. So do I improve? Or now in Uganda is where we have someone who goes, hits the heights, and
goes down
that's
to
it.
it and always
and you find them back here. Nge achayombera kakasa.
Yeah.
Man zendi wakabi.
Yeah.
And you're like, my friend.
Right.
We guys are going for MTV year in year out.
Right.
You know? So when you speak of Africa, I try to understand. Kati omuntu alaba wali kuchimu breaking it down. Spotify ngeyo bejja wane egenda kukola ki? Kuba naliko kone former head of radio at KFM, and he was showing me statistics of Spotify Africa. That was last year. And twalinamu ennyimba mwalimu oluyimba lwa Fefe Busi oba yali ne Saha oba waliwo omuwala awo gwe yali ayimbye naye last year. Then there was also Joshua Baraka and someone else. Like Uganda twalinamu ennyimba ssatu. So I was asking him, like, because he had like the whole thing of Spotify and what, and I'm asking him now, how does this help? And tell me, it helps me curate the music. Because then, botunolira trends one, especially with Africa, because they try to break it down for you. From Africa, they move to regions: West Africa, South Africa, East. Then they come to East Africa individually. They give you Uganda, exactly which people are listening. What is their age group, the metrics, you know? So, are these some of the things we could say, like, for example, Spotify is going to come here and tell us?
You attended that masterclass. Yes. It was exactly that.
Exactly that. Bakulaga matrix, bakulaga engeri gy'oyinza okufuna from streaming yo, how the algorithm can work in your favor, ne bagamba ne playlisting. Ne bagamba oyinza okufulumya akayimbako n'okasubmitting abaka playlisting. Ne kagenda ku playlist ez'enjawulo, which will increase your streaming, which will now determine if you're hot in the region or not. So bakwa gundi zonnezo zi matrix zonne ziri ku digital landscape. Kubanga Spotify is a digital landscape. It's on social, eri ku gundi ku simu. Buli omu streaminga. So kati bakuyamba okutegeera engeri gy'okukozesa app eyo. Okwamplifyinga music wo, ojjefuna ku playlisting, ne byonna.
Okay. So, do they, okay, for you, do you think Uganda is ready for this?
Is it?
Yeah.
I think it's a start. About being ready, most of us are illiterate. What scares me is that the world is moving very rapidly. Things are changing rapidly. I just see music yoka. Every sphere. Abayimbi and creatives, who I like to call creators, are just byproducts of their environment. That environment here for banga tedi bulungi. Ne music wa fagena batch. Maybe to get okogera we gena batch bichi. Tebiri kumulama, but what's scary is that echiri wa wero just neighborhood here. Kenya.
That's Kigali.
Kigali. These are all IT gurus now. Kati beba kutechi, beba mani.
Never tuitako.
Batuitako.
I
didn't know in history. Right? So no, all this, everything is happening on a digital platform. I mean, digital gundi. I think it's a brand. And if a brand they yet that all to mind just from your heat, na put down. Why you gonna babikonde mu club bichi? Awombobo kola linyi.
Bakuandike ko.
Oshegera kumbe no tuli mu kuyingiza ba Nigeria na ba South Africa buli weekend bajja wano ku chima send. Does it show? Fere tino go tukolachi. So I think it's not even about if we are ready. Me, I think we need it. We don't even want it, we need it.
Because why I was asking you that, I'm sorry, I'll have to refer again to my time in the UK.
Yeah.
So Nina guy gonna meeting. He's also on the internet. He has a YouTube channel. They do something like a podcast. Shaba. We had a brief chat with him about, you know, the whole digital landscape and because they have already embraced that digital is the way to go.
Yeah.
And of course he was telling me there are guys who are doing creations, content creations, musicians, artists, and they are earning, you find a guy earning, $200,000 a month from YouTube, just, from podcasts and So, natambulako genda like nabolaba ITV, you know, okulaba some of, you know, and the things these people were talking, cut in my mind has like, okay, people say today when they talk about YouTubers, people point a lot at Kasuku. Like Kasuku. And I'm like, we do a video for 10K views, you know, and everybody's like, hey, and I was like, these guys are getting videos of what?
200, 300,000, 800, a million.
Did you see Joe Rogan's interview with Trump?
Yes.
It went 50 million views. You understand?
Less than a week,
And the Americans were saying it is interviews like those that shaped
Yeah, actually, this current going on to area elections, this particular one is podcasting. Podcasting ya kolachi. Wanga podcast Trump, ogenda ku Joe Rogan. Tewali TV egenda kuwa views ziyafuna ku Rogan. Amalave ku Rogan adde ku Breakfast Club adde ku gundi.
Atenga Trump yagano ogenda ku mainstream.
Dozo laba.
Kati Bagayi Benali njogera nabaawo ne bangamba nti kati let's bring you down to your neighbors. Kenya. Yes. There is a YouTuber in Kenya. I think yari radio presenter. Moved to YouTube, and the guy is earning 120,000
of a D.
120.
Oyabamugobane ku YouTube naye ayina website ye ayina gundi.
Omumanyi.
He's part of the manosphere. Walo gundi current Al Jazeera gundi report yakoze last week. Oyo guy mumanyi oyo. Ne ku YouTube bamugobyeko, but still imagine how much money is earning. Gat buli kimu kiri ku website ye. Ate akola byokola. Gwakasobo.
Muchiraba.
Yeah.
Kati omusabayo kolabo.
Anti kati challenge tuina wano nga bada kunyonyola that our people, the creatives, have not yet understood that this is the money.
It's a whole different dynamic.
Oshegeera. Abantu baffe tebannategeera nti osobola okuyimba. Mukama wange sebo boda. Teeka mu kooti ebipapula ebyo sebo. Kale. Tobisula.
Tamanyi nti bya visa.
Bajja tusonyiwa. Senikira mulio. So what I'm trying to say is like we have not yet moved into the whole system of knowing that people can create for 2 hours and make
money.
$100,000.
Yeah.
People still think there's a trick.
Exactly.
There's something that they don't know.
So they still think we have to wake up at 7, be in office by 9, or go to whatever your shop or the garage, be there the whole day. Then they will say, the guy is working.
Right.
So I don't know how Masterclass ya mweno begena tuyamba. I mean Expo. Okujjamu abantu baffe empewo eno. Yeah? Ffe tukyalina abantu abatugamba nti kati wantutudde wansi wa buti.
Kati bisajja ebikulu
byasama under a tree. Yes.
Emikola D.
There are different parts of it. And I don't think you can finish everything in 1 day or 2 days. We are doing it for 2 days. But some of the masterclasses we've done so far, we did one on branding, we did one on content, we did one on finances. Because financial literacy is another topic that other creators don't think about.
Yes.
They don't know how to save money or invest money.
Yes.
And you're going to go slowly by slowly, topic by topic. Financial literacy, branding, distribution, data, policymakers as well. How do they determine how much MTN is paying as tax? And why do they charge us so much to pay for data? And yet people in Latin America are streaming all their music for free. You know what I mean? So I think it's a progress. You know, it's not a thing that you're going to finish in 1 day and everybody learns everything. But to answer your question, the way you went out and exposed yourself, not many people have that opportunity. So let's bring all those guys from ITV, from BBC, from Al Jazeera, Vivendi, wherever, let them come here and let them teach us. Let them teach us how content is done. Let them teach us how the music industry is run. And then that can at least help us know how, if we know how the business is run, we have stories, we have culture, we have genres, we have traditional music, we have so much music here. Let's just get the business side down.
Which I think also awakens Kasuku's role as well. While he's also attending the stadiums, showing us the Emirates. Ofunaona akakesono ogenda ko notegera matrix wezikola eno mugundi mu bayimbi beyo engege batambuza mu muziki.
Kwemalira mbisawo kisawo. Please
get it gives you a role now.
Anti munyonyodde the reason why I visited ITV was to try and find out.
Yes, I wish you visualized that.
How do things operate?
Next time you visit,
Anti olina okubako wotandika by the way stop that nonsense. But then also the good thing is we have him here. So at least chituyamba as we move forward because we are going to need more of this. I don't know how we can work around this, but we need to open our minds. We need to open our minds onto the digital space. The whole world is embracing it already. When you look at what people are doing with the internet, you'll be shocked.
It's unbelievable.
But how is the attendance like? Is it free? Do you have to pay to or invite songs?
Absolutely free.
Yeah, free. It's free.
Absolutely free.
It's
But
absolutely.
we're going to take charge.
Mukuru Eddie Kenzo ku federation ibambi.
Yes, sir.
Leta abantu.
But then have you spoken to them?
We have attempted,
yes.
we have tried to reach out
Kenzo
What do
to
you
the
mean by-
federation
what do you
and
mean by
the
attempted?
association as well.
You've spoken to Uganda Musicians Association?
Yes.
And
Who
the
did you talk
federation?
to at the association?
The heads,
Cindy.
Cindy.
yes.
You talk to a Kongot.
And
Jeff a Kongot.
Jeff has attended one of our masterclasses.
Oh yes, no kulemesa ebintu ku association ya. Jeff, please, eh?
Jeff has attended.
Jeff,
though.
let
Yeah. Jeff has attended.
Okay, but are they positive?
Jeff for sure. So that's the challenge that I feel like with the federations and that like it's a workers union more or less. Eh?
Yeah.
And a lot of PR is done around the leaders, and the president and whatever. But the actual work of a federation or workers union is to give people these skills. I went to the office and it was just like, who are you? You're coming as who? What are you bringing?
What is in it
What
for
is
us?
in it for us? Do you get?
They were asking what is in it for you.
In many words.
Uganda.
You get what I
They
mean?
use the jargons.
And so one of the reasons why I think it even solidified the mission is that if people don't understand what workers' unions help in an industry, then they'll always listen that, oh, you know what, as long as, if Kenzo is not there, I don't have to go.
Yeah.
You get it? And yet, them as individuals should be empowered to know that I want to go and learn,
Big guy, wali ogamba tebakuwa contacts.
Connections.
Connect weziri bwerere jangu.
Gojjokowa.
Gojjokowa.
Connection.
Njagala babuuza ekibuuzo. Name me 5 artists in this country that are properly branded as brands.
I think of head I can have Shiba.
A reputable brand that can transcend even
We can have Shiba, we can have Bebe Cool. I think also APAS can sit in there.
Ate musajja Maurice Chilia.
Azawi, Joshua Baraka. Yeah. Even Morris.
But so you mean to tell me in a country like this, chizibu nnyo kufuna, like you even having to think about it, doesn't that show you the need for the need for literacy?
And I think anyway, Uganda as a country, we have been locked into our own space for too long. Somehow, those years before, we were the ish. Because I think, well, the leaders loved the music and, and of course the music had parameters. So it was still a bit decent for, Then, but over the years, music be yatambula. People prefer having 1 million right now than 20 million at the end of the month.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then that's where we have to begin from. How do we open this whole mindset to these people?
The cultural change. Yeah.
We've seen people like Bebe Cool doing very expensive videos, and then another top musician says, watching color video and
So album the entire album was done in West Africa. So why would a person like that invest so much into something like that?
So maybe for him he's already ready into this.
There you go.
It's like it's not about the performances.
There you go.
Let me move to the streams.
Streams
Because at the end of the day, as an artist, as you grow, you don't have too much energy to be jumping around on the stage. In Arua, Mbarara, Kabale, every other time, you're getting worn out. Oriaku streams, especially for us, copyright is not yet well effective. Your streams in Zokusaswa no Veirao. Go travel to Zinorata.
Ngoina branding, ngerinnya lyo is money.
Yeah.
Like you're being paid to sit here as Kasuku. You find it hard to find artists who have that level of that reputable. So when we go to obviously this country is the most diverse country in the world. More than 76 of our tribes, and that shows you the challenge we have to unify us as a people. To or creating a unifying sound. But nonetheless, because if we don't start,
then
right now AI is AI right now is interacting with AI. What
abayimbi baffe babasobodde okujja bawonyonyole the interpretation and interpret of copyright because abamu balowooza nti copyright gwe bw'okoppa oluyimba lwange mbansa okukukwata naye nze bwenkoppa olwakasuku kiri okay. So you'll find that abayimbi baffe abasinga oku advocating copyright they're the culprits.
They're not dedicated as well.
So all that kind of knowing that you also have to be original by yourself. Also accessing stream platforms ziri ofunemu. Yes.
I think one thing we need to learn is releasing a good song is like 30% of the work done.
Yes.
Yeah. Waliwo vast or no side yonna gye tutamanyi. So I feel like the more you become in tune, chikuwa leverage. Tugenda mu era where now record labels will eventually come in.
Of course.
And what will happen is
I'm looking at maybe the 25th episode. That will say record labels is death row.
But you see what's happening now. What when that happens? If it's maybe adding 80s the US, SWV, big and atandika one. So that cycle is coming, but to skip those cycles, kiba kyetaaga omuntu akole ki?
Okumanya.
Amanyi. Okutegeera kyalimu. Ategeera nti he's a brand. How people perceive you. Webagamba nti who is Kasuku? There's some wagamba Jay-Z yani oba Rihanna yani oba like there's people have to have a perception of you. Tomalaga agenda buli wamu, don't be overly available. Toberawo ngo okitegeera.
Buli wali akazindaalo ng'okyama.
And I think now that explains what this Swang's All-Star album is all about. People were asking, why did they put a lot of time? They went to Zanzibar, what? But when you hear the sound, see a yaffe wano gye tumanye ya bulijjo, naye or noticing elements that now this music is not particularly for us here. These guys are moving away from us slowly. Ero jagenda olaba their streams and everything. Yeah, kadi webuze sente zinaakomawo zitya. Kadi okana kulaba bakyali mu business the next year, you know, and anyway.
It's a business. It's a business. You know my auntie no business. Okuyimba business. Naye business oyino jifa okunga woine duka lyo woina bigundi yo. Don't and how people perceive it's a lot to do with perception.
Ata abayimbi nze ndowooza bajje nnyo bemuwulira these people like Sone and what. Balina kye bakuwa. There are some musicians I know, they are so big these ends, and they're not even big in Jamaica, their own countries.
True.
Even in Nigeria.
There you go.
Actually, one Nigerian, Narindaba, there's a channel, it's called Oba Naija One, it's on GSTV. And the guy was saying, they were putting Yarigaichi, one guy Afanana Rema. He's a Nigerian. He had Jacko one, I think, like 2 years ago. Remo, Nigeria. Like the guy came here, na kuba cricket over. And so the guys were like, I think Uganda is the party center of Africa. Like this guy would barely even know him here. How does he go to Uganda? And
this lady, King Madi, came here too. You see, but the show is so sick. Let's go get X. That was her first major show. She could not believe it. She was in shock. In Nigeria, Tabasola Mwachi, Cheva Mwawan. What's again? Yeah. Mike Ehura, fashion from
Chigali.
Bono Serena. Na performing on stage and let Chikiriza.
I know.
Into one audience way.
Yeah, I attended that show.
Nekat is in Ngamba. Never dating a quality. That's what playlisting does. You check that guy's numbers here. And while I wonder about Mike Ehura. What's again? Because of playlisting.
You know, actually, I thought Mike Ehura Nalindo was nasuka nendowooza ye gundi ono guy wa Swangs
walooza ye kale Kaihura
nedda ate bayirewo mu kulowooza kwange nali ndowooza mutabani we nabuuza gundi ono guy wa the beat what's his name
Thingy
omwana for
Sammy
yes
ori abugaba dagi nice so I asked Sammy like Sammy this guy is Kaihura's son. He's like no, this guy is from Rwanda. So I'm like
ne yakolera wano
ate nakomawo ko nakoba ne governor.
Yes.
Yes. So I was like but this guy kati ngatenza unsounding nga Chitaka. You will notice so originally I was like Chitaka is doing a show. No, this is Mike Kaihura. I'm like wow. So what these guys do for you, I think ojja kulaba nti Joshua Baraka yes wa amaanyi wano naye alina era abamumanyi.
Yeah.
But then outside here is bigger because
Yeah.
I think it's bigger outside than here.
they try to show you nti luno oluyimba oyinza okuba oluyimbye wano nga terukoze naye ate waliwo buckets ezitambulira mu sound eno ne vibe eno,
Especially when the playlisting goes on.
okitegeera. So that's why it's important for you on the 22nd and the 23rd of November. Come by Motive Bugolobi. It's free of charge. 7 p.m. zikusangewo mutuule muwulirize.
Afternoon,
It's 7
Afternoon.
not 7 a.m.
7 p.m.
PM
like 1
uzekola
p.m.
ekyo mu club.
Okay.
okyusa bintu wabikola ne ku airport luli okyusa essaawa
Nze mu kibaala.
oba wagamba nti please check in is 6 p.m.
Yagenda isame.
mukaaga ogw'emisaala n'agenda abeera ready watch kati era
Yakwata mu
7 1 p.m. Auntie 1 p.m. in
1 p.m. sema mkama wangu.
That guy is a fool.
1 p.m. on both days. On Saturday there's performances in the evening.
Okay.
But
So it's Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday.
So 1 p.m. Friday,
yeah.
1 p.m. Saturday,
Yeah.
then
and then
performance.
the performances close down the
Close down the day. The entire weekend. Yeah, they end at about 10.
I would love to have a partnership with you guys
Please.
so
Yes,
that
please.
Kasuku Live can stream that
Please,
conference.
Please, that would be
live,
nice. Yeah.
Please.
just in case.
Please.
Yeah.
But nze ndaba mtu omulimo gwe mulina, especially you guys as our elders. When more get people listen. I feel like it's important that when you come and be a part of this, you just tuyamba ku expediting a process.
true
Agambo kawo the guy. Science of
Expediting.
naye mugezi
But
bw'avaano ng'akakebe
Nenga nze awatali ekyo bananga I'm glad.
wonder you're bad.
Right.
You know why you say like expedite the process? You pause and you're like, okatige.
Tsunami.
That is big. Bro.
You get me, bro?
You get me?
Okay, but yeah, guys come through. Ogabe bagita mukasa bagita ati
motive
conference bagita bacha.
Muse.
bagita OMEX
Omega.
OUMEX. Yeah. Amplify Uganda Music Expo.
wagenda kubeera dito
Geisha.
Not the soap or the liquid, but the distribution.
Nenga wanange wana tubegayiridde. We need this more than ever because for me I feel like tuyinoku marketing the Ugandan story. Music is our story for Uganda. So basically how do we export our sound? Enako zino abantu nako zino bagamba nti enyimba bazi mixing ira wano ne bazi mastering ira mu zi UK zechi bateka mu mitwalo etano ja dollar ku mastering sound webuza mastering ira bichi. Kumbe tosobola kutwala sound ya wano okuba mu zigundi zi BBC Extra.
bivumbeera
Bibi okitega kyengamba. So kwe kumanya ensonga lwaki you have to invest in your art and why you're doing it.
nkuba n'omulanga abalina band tulina band nyingi nnyo abeeka band and so many of them please
Janzi,
come
yeah.
through Janzi many of them please come through muyige how neighboring rights zitambula zitya guitarist bwakuba kigatta kitya mbuze ebibuuzo.
Okay.
Yes.
So we shall be there 22nd and 23rd of November at Motive Bugolobi 1 p.m.
Till late.
Till we get done. Then on Saturday, that's 23rd, we shall have some performances. Mutuyambe tola Joshua Baraka notandika tukola fya collabo nawe.
Basoke bogera ne bali. Ba manager bagundi.
Baraka tujja mulaba abeerawo ne bali bagenda
Kati abayimbi bafa banoonya connection za Sone. Boomplay. Dito n'abasigadde now is the time. Muleme kolimira Kenzo mbutagaba connection. Biga yokerako. Okera njagala otule mu maaso.
Ngo bayise manya ati.
Nino bagamba.
ne bakyali mudu selector temuleeta backstage bajja ne mudu selector
Mudu selector.
Ah, okay.
Bambi tubegayiridde eyeteba brand. Katukuume brand image awo etandikira. Mujisani mudu
selector
mundu selector mujisake mujileke waka. Mujenga ngamaze okukoking emundu.
Yeah, because now this is the now and the future.
Yeah.
Chetwogerako. And of course it's not
to be honest, these things are scary. Jetugende mass. The future of AI is tujira jetumanyi.
I know.
That stuff is scary.
For me the most scary part for me is not even about AI and what. The fact that someone can sit somewhere for 30 minutes
and make $1 million.
and make $1 million. It is really bothering. Ochitegera kyekunyonyola like you go out, you rent your home.
Sajja avuze boda ye.
That there is a man who drives a border from 7
to midnight.
Nanyoka n'emitwalo egi. And then there is a man who wakes up n'atuula mu buliri bwe. Oluzukka ateekako buteesi wali laptop n'aswitchinga on camera n'ayogera eddakiika 4 mwezi. N'agenda okukebera wali ng'alina miliyoni ya Uganda. Ffe kati ebitutiisa byebyo nti kati ate ffe ba psychologists tutegeera endwadde zigenda lifestyle diseases. Omanyi okubeera mu nnyumba nga tofuluma okola kakadde. Balyoke bagejje, balyoke bagende mu stress, anxiety n'ebisigadde.
Bw'abanga afuluma mu kifo ky'okunywa amazzi ali ku bbeereya.
And that's why that's what is going to currently lead. Olozantino twafunyeeko mental health issues is what does covering abayimbi bafa bali mugonja tezinaba tenjagala otegeere zikyajja te speed suicidal ideation egenda kweyongera
episode eziddako maaso awo amulotera abantu okuyamba ku mental health.
Trust me begenda kweyongera because now olaba the thing about being an artist nawe munda muli oba omanyi nti twenawo watuuse oyinza okutulimbalimba naye nga munda okimanyi ki so eventually ogenda mu addictions biki substance abuse biki because you're not feeling you don't come alive.
And I hope people like Ministry of ICT,
right,
Ministry of Gender,
Communications,
Uganda National Culture Center,
Uganda National Culture Center,
NCF,
National Culture Forum, musicians. Ye musicians ki? Eringa Workers Union yabwe. Yarimo ba Judith babiri. Musicians Union. Musicians Union. Then tuina Uganda Musicians Federation.
Yes.
Tuina Uganda Musicians Association.
Yes.
Mwenna. Totuleke uwo nowoza. Nga tebankubira.
Negundi alina Dr. T.
Annange kikino naye gwe.
Balina
zona ziri wano.
Balina ya association.
Buli association enoonya weerira.
Zikola ki?
Zirya za mugaati bread.
Nabo tujja bafuna lumba tunnyonnyo.
Abamu
bayizo what si mugaati. Of course it ends up there, but their objectives set.
Yeah.
Achievable or not, that is another story.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kari. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for having us.
Good to be here.
Thank you very much. Mwongera okulowoleza industry. Fe yatusobera dda. Abayina mpisa.
Naye nga tetubeetaaga kubanga mwaboogera ne bakola ki ne tuwuliriza. Thank you for the invite. AUMEX, do you want to say any parting shots before we go?
No, I'm just excited. I'm grateful for the opportunity. Yeah.
I want us to discuss data charges on how we can cover that whole conference.
Okay.
Yeah? Tubeere waawo.
Oyagala data?
We shall discuss with them how they can make sure
This thing
is
tolinze kuva ku camera kubuuze balusekerwo. Guys atulinze. Tayina second be.
Oluseko olubrandinga data.
Oyagenda ku data naye ng'ekyo kiri awo nzira ntya entebe.
Alinako naye Jenkins. Ate bayingira mu kwencha wono.
N'asula wano.
Kugambye we are branding it as data.
Bayingira mu kwencha wono. Muveemu.
So guys, it would be nice to have that thing.
Yeah, definitely.
For abantu okusobola okweya nti basobola to always go back and refer to it and then also namwe mujja tuwayo ne ku connection zaawo. Yeah, you introduced me to a guy from Kasuku.
Sokola branch. Kasuku stand there.
Naye nga wawulidde engeri gye yanjudde mu Luganda. Nje njagala yayogere tugende.
Kati galawo mu Luganda. Mubeere bulungi mweraba.
Kale, tuanza nnyo basabane ne opportunity gye mutuwadde kubeera wano mu Uganda nga tuennyonnyola the music business, music industry. Engeri gy'ebitambula, you know? You get me?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you say bye.
Bye.
Mubeere bulungi
mweraba. Mubeere bulungi mweraba. Tweyanza nnyo.